Hello, 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 hello. Welcome again to another Monday night with Metal Detecting Nation. We have a really, really cool guest who is his videos, if you haven't seen them, are just super cool. We'll introduce him in a second. And before we do that, first, I would like to wish everyone, before I forget, an amazing, wonderful holiday season, whatever you celebrate, from Merry Christmas to anything. Um, and you'll see here Nancy has a brilliant background for everybody. So, Steve's Detector Rods is once again our sponsor. Uh, I have a Detector Rod from Steve, and I think one of the really cool things about Steve, beside the quality, is that customer service is amazing. Take a look at the link in our description video, and you'll find his link. Tell him that you saw us on Metal Detecting Nation. Also, Dan's Lanyards is with us as a sponsor again. And if you want to save your pinpointer and not lose it, it is definitely something that you would want to invest in. And then, like I said, tonight we are actually going to be having Lost Boys Recovery. Andy is with us, and you are more than welcome to ask Andy any question you would like, within reason, as I can only imagine what would come through the chat. But without further ado, I would like to welcome the entire group. So, hi, group. How you doing?
Good,
Hi,
good, good.
everybody.
How's it going?
So, we are. This will be our. I guess you could call it our Christmas. The holidays. We will not be posting anything, obviously, in terms of Metal Detecting Nation live streams. And but we're gonna just kind of go real quick and see how everybody's doing. Dave, go Browns.
Yes. Yeah. Not really.
If you don't know, Dave and I are from Cleveland, and we're trying to just try to sneak one out here, but it doesn't look good. How you doing?
No. Good.
Anything during the week? Any detecting at all?
Not during the week. Last weekend went out, found that 2-cent piece frozen on top of the surface. That was pretty cool.
Unbelievable. He yelled, and he didn't even swing over it, right?
No, I was walking up to it and I saw it there.
And then it was frozen to the ground, and you took your digger and you popped it out.
Popped it off.
It was
Yeah.
so cool. I've never seen that before. A 2-cent piece on the surface. Nancy, how are you?
I am doing awesome. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your week. How was it?
I got my metal detector back from the Detector Center. I sent it off for repair. They are fabulous, guys. Do not hesitate. If you have any problems with your Mind Lab, your Knox, or whatever, contact them. I mean, mine's still under warranty, but even if it's not under warranty, check with them. They're amazing. They did that in a turnaround, replaced it. The whole internal is all brand new. And I can't wait to get out there and give it a go and see how it is. I got to put hours on it now. It's like a brand new machine.
I tell you, the customer service of Mind Lab and some of the other companies.
Amazing.
I mean, that's what sets a lot of these companies apart, to be quite honest with you, because a lot of stuff goes wrong with these machines. I mean, these are highly technical, and but yeah. And when I was over at Digstock, I talked to I forget the rep's name who was there, but she was like, just reassured me that if I had any issues, she was gonna take care of it, no problem. She even offered to give me a detector for the weekend if it didn't work well. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. It is. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, I wrote to them on a Sunday night, not figuring they're not going to see my email to probably Monday afternoon. They wrote back to me within like 5 minutes, and I had everything all set. They set up my ticket, sent it off. That was the longest part, was for them to receive my detector, because once they got it, it was fixed and sent out the same day.
Gotcha.
So highly recommend them.
So I guess Doug said that my mic is still messed up. So I don't know. Is it messed up, Audra?
I don't hear it messed up on my end,
No,
but
neither
it
do I.
seems like A few people said it is
Okay.
going
Well,
in and out.
all right. So,
All right, chat. Let us know if Judy's breaking up still.
oh, I'm sure I'm breaking up for sure, no doubt. All right, Audra, how are you?
I am fantastic, dude. I am so, I went out to dinner. Dawn and Shelley, Can You Dig It, cooked for me, and it was amazing. Bobby Pastor, Buddha, dude, cooked for me, and it was fantastic. And then he made Death by Chocolate Cake, and it was fantastic. And look what I found metal detecting. Nothing, but it was fantastic.
Well, those are the best days, so.
It was great.
All right, Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
How was
Doing
your
good.
week? What'd you do?
Well, it was actually pretty eventful actually this week. Still working a lot of hours, but I've been, like I said, I've been trying to hit these little parks here and there near our job site, and I went to one Monday, and I found a 14 karat gold ring.
Oh, that is awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was, man, felt great. And then yesterday afternoon, after we got done doing some Christmas shopping, we got home and I was kicked back on the couch. I was kind of starting to doze off a little bit, and also I started getting all kinds of notifications on my phone, and didn't really pick my phone up right away and see what was going on. But after about the 7th or 8th one, I was like, what is going on? I picked my phone up, and I had all kinds of new subs and comments on my YouTube channel. I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I was going through them all, and the last one I read was from Ski Searcher. And he said, congratulations on making the dirt. So I made it on the weekly dirt this week.
Oh,
So
that
that
is
was
awesome.
I saw it. It was awesome, dude. Congrats.
I was pretty surprised.
Way to go.
Super congratulations to you. That is incredible. Awesome. I'm going to turn up my gain here and see if that works. Doug, let me know if that's a little better. So I'd like to introduce our guest. And, our guest is Andy. Andy from Lost Boys Recovery. Now, who's the other partner with you?
His name's Nate. It's been a while since we hung out. He had some bad times and stuff, but we're still friends and buddies and stuff. Just really busy with new house and some things he's been doing. So
Gotcha. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell the people in the chat a little bit about yourself. Where do you metal detect at?
Well, I'm from Pennsylvania. A lot of people probably know that already. Real close to Gettysburg, about 45 minutes away. So that's an option sometimes when I can get a permission. But mostly I hunt farm fields and like house permissions when I can get them. Seems like a lot of the older stuff I'm finding obviously in the farm fields, and that's just where I'm always usually at. So.
Oh, that's great. What metal detector do you use, or what are you playing around with? I saw the video where you actually bought for $350 an XP.
Yeah. So I mean, I can talk about that, I guess, real quick. I bought an XP for $350, which was a smoking deal. Back in the day, I kind of wanted to get one, but I didn't really want to spend $1,200. I mean, they've been around for a pretty long time. But right now, I pretty much use Mind Lab stuff. I sold everything. I had a Technetics T2, Garrett stuff, AT Max, AT Pro. I sold everything, and I kept the Mind Labs. I have a 600 for underwater and an 800 for the land. That's pretty much what I use now, pretty much exclusively. So.
And that's great. Now, do you go out by yourself, or do you do any collabs or any of that kind of stuff, or you'll just go out whenever?
Yeah, I go out a lot of times, and I'll have like a lot of people invite me to places, so I'll return the favor and try to invite to my places. There's some stuff like one of the videos. It was I got the chance to hunt in Antietam Battlefield, so that was really cool. Yeah, Battlefield, we found bullets and all kinds of stuff. Found a shell frag there. I didn't find it, but another fella did. But yeah, it's cool to just swap places here and there, with other diggers. So.
Yeah, it is.
Now, Darcy says hello. Darcy is one of our Canadian friends, and let me first say, your detecting channel is catching fire right now. You are doing really, really well. I looked at it, and I was a subscriber when you said, "Hey, here's my channel. Check it out." I subscribed. I have a different channel, not the Metal Detecting Nation one, but yeah, I love it. I love what you do. I think your videos are awesome.
Cool. I appreciate it. It's definitely time consuming to do that stuff. I know it takes time to edit. You got like to add other things in besides just detecting all the time, and just I don't know. I get a lot of inspiration. I don't like copy off the Green Mountain guy, but he has some really cool videos, and I have drones and stuff, and I don't do what he does, but I like his way of doing things, and that's kind of how I like to do it as well. So I mean, everybody's a little different with their videos. So.
Yeah, but it's nice. Certain videos tell a story, which is nice to watch.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Right. Yeah, the last video, I don't know if you just want me to talk on random here, but it was that the Hermit House. And
Yes.
We went back there yesterday and like tore it up. So I'll have another video. I don't know if I'll do like a part 2 or what, but like it was one of those places where you go detecting and you think you like pounded it pretty good, but it was getting to the end of the night. We just kind of were going through real fast and hitting the higher tones. We weren't digging like your 12, 13s on the knocks and stuff like that. We went back the next day and found tons of buttons. I found 4 more coppers there, 1700s coppers. Buckles, but I mean, it was you'll see it. There'll be a video about it. It's gonna be a good one.
Sweet.
Looking forward to that one.
Right.
That place is amazing, anyways.
Yeah, it's cool because I don't know, like the people that have that place are so awesome. I mean, they're really like they came out and showed me a jar of like pottery and stuff, and like a flip book and all the stuff that they had pictures of the old hermit that lived there. I don't know. I was on my own live stream last night, I guess it was, and I was talking about how I wanted to make like a Riker box and maybe give some of the stuff back to them because those people I felt like could appreciate that stuff. You know, some people you dig the stuff up and show them, and they're like, "Give me that," you know, I want that, and it's like, what are they gonna do with it? Like those people that had that house, I feel like they would display it. They would be like, "Hey, this guy found this," you know. Those are the people that I really wanted to give it stuff. And I think around Christmas time, I might just get them a card and make a Riker box and give them.
I think they'd appreciate that. That's a pretty cool thing to do. Plus, from there, you might get some more permissions in that area when they like share it with their neighbors or their family.
Oh yeah, yeah, I am.
I see Tim. Just can't wait to ask a question.
Not really.
I'm just playing with you, Tim. So Andy, I have a question for you. So of all the things that you like to detect, like to look for, what would be the thing that that you're looking for? I mean, if you had one thing that you would love finding.
At this point, it's a real. It's crazy. I probably have over 55, 60 coppers now, but I have not found a real. I don't know why. It's just what that coin I can't get. Like yesterday, I'm like, man, 4 freaking 1700s coppers and no silvers. I'm like, man, that's not the first time it happened. It's just like, just can't get one.
The guys you hunt with find them very often? Your buddies find them very often?
No, I think my buddy found maybe one, and it was like a funky one. It was like a Mexican one or something like that.
Yeah.
I guess they had, but yeah, it's.
Oh, they're all in New Jersey.
That's what it is.
People were posting on the metal detecting forums in Maryland last night. One of the fellas that he's always finding them, man. I'm like, yeah.
They're in New Jersey and Maryland.
Right.
Well, it's funny because you're sitting here saying, "Oh, I've already got about 50, 60 coppers," and do you know how many people in the chat are going, "I'd give anything to dig a copper," because they just can't find them in their areas.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It depends on where you're at, I guess. I mean, we're lucky over here in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
We get a lot of awesome finds out there. But I'm curious, like, what do you use to film for your videos? They always come out awesome.
I actually use so they have the GoPro. Everybody knows the GoPro, but they have another brand made by DJI. It's called the Osmo Action. It's a good camera. I think it's a little bit better than the GoPros. They came out with a new one, the DJI Osmo Action 2. I don't have that one yet, but I also use an iPhone. I guess it's like an 11 or 12. It's not a new one, but it's a newer one.
Yeah.
So combination of those, I use 10, 15 foot selfie poles above people's heads, drones, just all kinds of weird gadgets I made up on stands. And I don't know, I just bring all that stuff in my truck and set it up all crazy.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice to mix it up, Get different angles. I love it.
Oh yeah.
It looks great. It's a lot of work. Sounds like a lot of work.
I mean, just to get like the last video, I did a slow-mo and I jumped off of a bank of a creek, and I did it in slow-mo as I jumped. And when I landed, I stopped the video, and then I did another video of my feet landing in another slow-mo, and I'll edit all that together. So it's a very time-consuming, but I want to be different and set myself apart from everybody else. So I think it pays to spend that extra time. I mean, people notice it. I mean, you're noticing it. So I mean, that's
a labor of love. Labor of love.
Labor. Yeah.
So
It's like creativity.
it's a great comment. Great comment by Mark the Berg. He says last time he was out, he pulled 2 coppers out, a 1967 and a 1973 Lincoln Memorial. Yeah, that's about how I go as well. Yeah, I'm still looking for a Real as well. Location. You first got to get on some old land, and it seems like you're on some old land, so I think you're going to hit it pretty soon.
Yeah, I hope so. Crazy. I guess I've been detecting for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years maybe now. I don't really remember. I have to look, but it's been a while. And for as many coppers and just old stuff, it's just surprised it hasn't happened. So.
Yeah, Paul was wondering, are your cameras 4K that you're using? American Women Relics.
Yeah, they do shoot in 4K. Yes. Yeah. Why is it good? Hopefully it's good. I don't know. When you watch it on YouTube, it's in 1080p, I think, right? So I don't know I don't know.
So you can pull and watch a 4K video. You can. They'll allow 4K. It's just so hard to be able to tell the difference between 4K and 1080 when you're watching it, on just a regular monitor or computer screen. So
I was gonna say, I don't know if I would notice the difference.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, on the videos, as far as like if you watch any of the videos I do have, you'll notice I wear a backpack, and a lot of that stuff in that backpack is different lenses, fisheye lenses. It's clipped like right here on the side, so I always have it. So if I find a good signal, I'll just take the camera off my backpack, I'll film, and I'll clip it back on. So it's not like I'm digging in my pants to get a camera or a cell phone. You know what I mean? It's just on and off. You know what I mean? And I have 2 Osmo Actions, so one of them is usually on a 15-foot pole or some other mount system that I rigged up or something like that. So several cameras I take out with me when I go out sometimes.
That always been a passion of yours before? Were you into cinematography or videoing, or is this just something that's happened since you started metal detecting?
I mean, I always like taking cool pictures. My wife and I have been into places, and I like to take cool pictures of stuff. I just think the video stuff to me is like you kind of show your own side of things, and like I'm a goofy type of person, so I like to be kind of goofy on film. I don't know. It's just a way to express yourself, I guess.
It's great to show your personality. I mean, I envy people that can do these videos, trust me, because I struggle to get that. I've got so much footage, but I struggle to put it all together and make it something like a video.
Right.
You can do it.
I know, you'll teach me, right?
So how's the weather been where you're detecting, Andy?
Temperature gauge right next to me says it's 33 degrees right now.
So you're pretty similar to what I'm at. I don't know where you guys, Nancy, you're probably a little colder, huh?
Oh yeah, we got snow on Saturday.
No.
I was in the low end and we got 4 inches, but up north they got like 8+ inches. and it was 12 degrees when I woke up this morning.
It's,
Oh, wow.
I know.
it's coming.
The funny thing is, Friday was 61 degrees here
Yeah.
on Friday.
Easy.
61 Friday, snow on Saturday, 12 degrees this morning. That's New England for you.
It was like that here too. It was like 60 Saturday or Friday, and then 20 something 2 days later. No snow though yet, thank goodness.
We got a little bit of snow.
So Andy, have
I
you?
like detecting.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I like detecting in the snow. I really do. I find it amazingly peaceful in the woods. Plus, if you get
Beautiful.
lost, you can just follow your footprints out.
It's
You know
better
what
than
sucks
rain.
about that is getting your coil, like when it stamps into the snow, it sticks to it. And it's heavy as a
Yeah.
mother. Like I tried that one year and I'm like, this kind of sucks.
Don't bang it against a tree.
Yeah.
So
Trick we did. I learned when we were in England. I learned a trick how to take care of that, Andy. They
Oh, yeah?
get you gotta get a heavy duty, thick mill like plastic bag from a shopping, like a grocery store or something. A heavy
Yeah.
duty one. And then they
Okay.
put them around the coils, and we just taped it around the shaft. It ain't gonna last in the woods, but if you're
Won't
like
stick.
on flat snow and you can just scoot it across the top, it doesn't stick
Okay.
at all.
Yeah,
You get
that's a
in
good idea.
weeds and sticks, it'll rip the bag all to shreds, and then you're starting all over. But if you're gonna be like in a flat area, the plastic bag around your coil works good.
Nice tip.
It is.
Put some Pam on there.
I thought about using pledge when we were over there, but I couldn't find any. They said, no, just put a plastic bag on there. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, metal detector in North Carolina said put Rain-X on the coil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
I've never heard of that either, but what a great idea.
Yeah. I know. I'm sitting there going,
So
And I've got the antifreeze one. Would that help?
probably, I don't know, it might eat through
Probably
your
wouldn't be a
coil.
good idea.
So we've
Might
asked
find
lots and lots of people this that have been with us over the course of the last couple of years on and off. Is there a specific place that you would like to go and detect that you haven't been to yet? I mean, some people like the beach. Some people want to go to Alamo. You're so close to, the battlefields and that history, So I don't know. Is there any place that you've thought of?
This might sound weird, but I kind of want to go to Egypt, but I don't know how that would be good for metal detecting. But I always thought that, like, the whole pyramid thing to me is just like cool. It's fascinating. Like, I just to see that in person, like the big ass pyramids and look at that stuff, that would be awesome for picture taking right there, just in general. But yeah, I don't know. Do people even metal detect out there? Is there metal to be found? I don't.
So
Gold.
Lots of gold.
lots of gold, but
I don't know if it's legal there.
no, that's the
Yeah.
problem, Tim. It's not.
I
So
figured.
they won't let anybody do just about anything over in Egypt, or at least over
Yeah.
by where the pyramids and that area is. But that is exactly, if I were to leave the United States, I would want to go to Egypt. I would want to see that as well.
Let's go.
I think it'd be so fun.
Road trip.
So much fun.
Do it. We need to win the lottery, guys.
Oh.
So many places we need to go.
Are there any events that you've been to, or are you planning on going to anything?
I was supposed to go to Digstock, but I had an issue and I couldn't go. If they do it again, I'm gonna do it. I know they have that FH8. I'm not saying I'm gonna go. I was looking into it. I do just seeded hunt stuff over the spring. I'm not a huge seeded hunt fan, but it is a nice time to meet people. And I go with two other fellas I know. We rent a nice cabin and we just kind of hang out and drink beers and grill food and just relax for a weekend. You know what I mean? So
That sounds fun.
yeah, just to get away. They have like a nice creek near there, probably fish and stuff. So yeah.
So any other hobbies besides metal detecting and fishing, as you just mentioned?
I work on motorcycles. I have for the last 22 years. It's pretty much all I know. At this point in life, I'm almost to the point where I'm almost kind of burnt out from motorcycles. Just picture taking and doing the YouTube thing now has kind of been fun for me.
You just got a
Detective,
great
man,
camper.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you said that. I did get a camper. My wife and I got a camper. We were gonna get a bigger one, but I was like, people buy campers like and they like live in them. So it's like, why? Like the whole purpose of camping to me was like to get a camper just to sleep in and live outside and you know what I mean, do that. So I got it's a 12-foot camper. It's like called a Geo Pro 12 SRK. It was the only one in the United States, and I ended up getting the last one. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, it's really small.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's off road, so I can take it off road and stuff like that. But yeah, we went 6 times and we really like it, so that is fun.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So Andy, when you go out in the field, what's the one thing you don't leave home without other than your camera gear, detecting gear?
That's a weird question. One thing I don't leave. I mean, I always bring a drink. I don't know. So, I mean, what do you?
That's important. That's important.
I don't know. I mean, it's what do you at like? You caught me off guard, I guess.
No, he caught me off guard.
I mean, what? Okay, so
People
Jordy,
say, like a spray bottle of water or
Yeah,
a
yeah, like,
pointer.
For instance, I've been detecting for over 11 years, and I never carried a brush with me. I carried a toothbrush for maybe a week once, and like my second season, and that was it. Never used them.
Gotcha.
I recently was gifted one of these those M16. They have a cleaning kit for M16. It's got a double-ended bristle brush on it. Yeah, and I was gifted one of those, and those aren't a toothbrush. Those have got some very stiff bristles on them. And they're awesome. When I was given them that, I was like, man, that is going to be in my pouch every day. So that's one thing that I've just recently just last season, as a matter of fact, is like now if I don't have that brush, I'm like, I miss it. So it's just, if there's anything that maybe you're like, if you ever get out, you're like, oh crap, I forgot mine. What? Anything like that, you know?
Most of that stuff I have is like in my truck, like in the back. Like before I bought a camper, I made the back of my truck like a sleeper. And then, like I made like you can buy those systems underneath of like where you would sleep to pull out to store all your gear.
Yep.
I made like a wood shelf and I did a pull out system and I store all my detectors with a lock on it. They're like it's stealthy. Like when I pull up somewhere, like you don't know I have detecting stuff because it's underneath of the actual parts of that built.
Smart idea.
And then people, you know, I got 3 detectors in there and now I have that XP Deus. So I mean, you got 3 machines in there. It's a lot of money for somebody to bust your window and take. I never had any problems, but I don't want to. So.
Right.
Now you just told everybody you might want to change your system.
Yeah,
I keep a bounty hunter in my car.
Yeah, I don't leave them in there all the time. So don't steal my stuff.
Just when you're going out.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I charge the stuff every session, so it's.
Well, it's pretty interesting when you think of that because everybody brings something different. Like Mike just said for metal detector in North Carolina, he's got a metal detecting checklist of batteries, bat belt, chargers, spare detector, digging tools, pinpointer, etc. And then you have the other ones that are just like me, maybe running out the door and throwing everything in. I keep a bunch of stuff in my car, but I mean, I hope that whatever I need is there when I need it.
Yeah, a lot of people are in the chat saying it's in the car. Darcy says he leaves his stuff in the car. Personally, I do. I leave my stuff in the car. I would say most of the time, but like right now it's in the garage, you know. But, you know, it's I get home and my legs are beat. My back is beat. I'm tired. And I don't want to take anything out of the truck. I want to just go in and lay down. That's probably the real reason.
I still have last week's fines in the car usually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least not the real good ones, but everything else.
Yeah.
Then it's the city girl in me because everything comes in the house with me. I don't leave my pinpointer, my detectors, none of that. All the other little odds and end things can sit in the car, but no, I've got to bring those in.
I also
I'm
bring
crying.
stickers with me because, sometimes you meet cool people in
Yeah.
the woods or in the woods more than on a field, Random people
That's-
don't walk across the field, but I give out stickers and they love it.
That's
so.
a good one to have. Like I have flyers and business cards and stickers, and that's probably what I should have said because that's the one thing I do check to make sure I have, which I always
That's
have.
good.
But that's a good one right there. She had because I like the cat in the background down there. It's funny. But yeah, you never know.
TP.
TP, yeah.
There you
that's a good one. That's
Don't leave home without it.
That's important to have too. Yeah, man.
I still have a pack of Charlie Risers, treasure hunting emporium
Yep.
toilet paper. That's awesome.
It
When
is
we gonna
funny.
go dig together? You're not far.
Yeah, that's. I think you said you're like an hour or two. I can't remember. We did talk about it.
I think
But
we
I'm
did.
not
I
sure.
don't remember either. But if it's under 3 hours, let's do it.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, I mean, I got fields and stuff this way. I don't know what you have your way, and
Yeah, I got some this way too.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
more than welcome. Come here or I'll go there. I don't either way.
Right. I always tell people I'm gonna
Nancy,
sleep
you
in their
guys are
driveway.
all invited too.
Thank you.
Can't get away from it.
One of these
Just need
days,
to move closer.
one of these days, I'll be
Yeah.
knocking on the door. Oh man.
Jordy, where are you from? I never got caught that.
So Dave and I actually live in the same town. We live in Norwalk, Ohio. Not
Okay.
many people know where Norwalk is, but if you could kind of pinpoint in between Toledo and Cleveland, we're exactly in the middle.
Gotcha.
And so the fields that we hunt, it was settled in 1817, which, it's kind of old for Ohio. It's not anything like what you'd see over by you guys, at least on the far west side of PA or, the New England states. But it does its job. We do find a lot of large scents. And we find, lots of Indians and just typical stuff like that. The last time
Right.
that I was out, I found a large scent and a silver thimble. And Dave found, what'd you find again, Dave?
2 cent piece.
Oh, that's right.
IHP.
Yeah. So we still have some older stuff, but it doesn't really ring into the 1700s much at all. I've only seen one coin that I know of that was found by Don of Detection Connection that was in the 1700s. I personally haven't found anything, but yes, Deej. Yeah, Deej says so. I live in the Firelands area, and it does have this area, the War of 1812 area that's got a lot of history, both just surrounding us. I know that Deej is detected around us with Don, and it's got a great deal of history. I always picture the day when we'll be able to all get together, some huge field close to us, and just kind of hang out, bring your campers and trailers and whatever. And I think it'd be so much fun. But
We were supposed to do that a while ago, but something like COVID came.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what's the time period that your area was settled, Andy, where you're detecting?
I think it was 1764. I think is what. Actually, it's funny you say that because I was driving by the sign the other day and I'm like, what the hell was the date? I think it was something like that. There is
Yeah.
a sign that says established, but yeah, it's.
That's awesome. That's really cool. You're
Yeah.
very lucky. You guys are very lucky because, we've interviewed a lot of people that were, like Gypsy, who was living in Texas and, begging to find like large scents and things like that. And, coming into this area. And
Right.
we take for granted that we get a chance to find a bunch of large scents and, not like cagey coppers, but,
Right.
but some copper. So, yeah.
But isn't that amazing, though, what you just said? He just said that he noticed the sign of the town. None of us ever look at signs of towns before we started to detect to see what the established incorporated is. Every town I enter, that's the first sign I look for. Oh, this is a 1764 town, or what? That's the first thing I look for.
I think that's older than it is, actually. I think I'm thinking of another town. It might be 1800s, believe it or not. I have to look. That's bad. I can't remember that. But when you're driving around and you're looking at all these signs, you get them all mixed up. So.
Oh, yeah.
You wreck your car about 500 times looking for
Yeah.
spots. Fly off the road. So, but yeah.
Pulling over to pin location saying, I got to come back here and check that out.
Right.
Yep.
Well, we got about 20 more minutes. Let me first say something kind of interesting. I did buy some Metal Detecting Nation stickers.
Wow.
No way.
I did. And we're going to, all of you will obviously get one, but I'm going to start giving them away during our live streams. They were unfortunately supposed to be here. Of course, right? They were supposed to be here yesterday. They're not going to be here till tomorrow. So I haven't set up any kind of random chat or comment pick or anything like that. We're going to start doing that on January 3rd. Each live stream, we're going to give away some stickers, some Metal Detecting Nation stuff. And there are some rumors about some possible giveaways from some of our sponsors that we'll have to confirm with before I go and blab my mouth. But there's some cool stuff coming, so we'll definitely talk.
2022 is going to start off right.
Yes, it is.
Very cool.
I like.
Any other questions from anybody in the chat? Oh, Deej wants a sticker. Deej, I'll get you a sticker for sure.
I'm reading them. They're like, yay, sticker. I want one. I want one.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we're going to give them away for sure. Frederick Romano grew up in the 1660s town.
Wow.
But it's all pavement now, he says. But it's all pavement now. Wow.
Where did you grow up? That's awesome.
Oh, man. Oh, so many people have joined us. It's so nice to see everybody in the chat. If you have a... I'll definitely make one out to you. Diggin' with Squeak says that she needs a sticker for the sticker board. Yeah, just contact me. I will definitely get out these stickers for sure. I mean,
I'll tell you.
Yeah,
And they're already gone. Look at that.
Stickers is like finding a coffer, you get excited. It's like, yes, I got a sticker.
So if you have a question for Andy, then definitely send it to either myself or Nancy or anybody else in the chat.
There's a good question right there. Madison Maine Ritchie wants to know, has our guest, Andy, ever used an analog metal detector? If so, which one?
Actually, I didn't. I never owned one, but I had swung one just for giggles and all that. My buddy had one. I work in a motorcycle place, and a guy came in, and his dad passed away, and he was going through all the stuff in the garage, and he found a metal detector. It was like a really old white Coin Master. It wasn't a digital, an analog one, but it was pretty freaking old. And he brought it in. He's like, "Hey man, I was gonna throw this out." He's like, "But I know you're big into metal detecting. Is this something you want?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll hang it on my wall, for nostalgia purposes or whatever." And he gave it to me. So that's the oldest one I have. I don't know what date it came out, but yeah, analog one I never really messed with. To answer your question.
What are you doing?
So Paul,
Yeah,
I was gonna say you skipped around a little bit. Paul has a good question. So Paul asks, "What's the oldest coin that everyone's found? What's the oldest coin?" So I'll go first. I found 1789. I think it was a drape bust dime. That's the oldest coin I have ever found.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that, you got a video out of that?
No, it was so long ago. I'll share you. It was the Friendly Metal Detecting Forums confirmed it because you could only catch it was so smooth, two of the letters on the outside. and they said that they only made that coin one of 2 years, and because it was made that way with the star to the upper right of the eye, I'll share it with you definitely, Tim.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anybody else? What about you, Tim?
Oldest coin I've ever found in the United States is a 1814 cap bust dime.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
There's another one that Friendly Forum ID'd for me when I found it. I didn't know what year it was because there's a hole through the third digit. You can see 1-8 in the back end of a 4. And I posted it, and some guy made a comment that he basically knew what it was. And I had to private message him, and he actually broke it down for me. He showed me the 1814, 1824, and 1834 dates. And the 1814 was the only one with that style of 4 and 1. So the 1 and the 18 was unique, and the 4 was unique. So basically, I did it for me. 1814.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Who else?
I mean, the
I don't
1700s.
keep track.
You did too, right, Audra?
I don't keep track, but I do know one of my oldest was a 1776 real. And I remember that because it was 1776.
Great year.
Right.
But other than that, you know, I clean them a little bit and put them in a display. I should write it down so I remember, but I don't.
Nance?
It's so hard, though. I mean, most of mine's a large cent. It's a 1798, I think it is. We couldn't tell if it was a 6 or an 8 drape bust. But I mean, they're so toasted. And the more you try to clean them, the worse you make it. So, and I've destroyed so many coppers by trying to clean them that I've learned not to clean them anymore.
But
Yeah.
Andy. What about you, Andy?
I think it's probably the one in that last video was that 1772 KG3, I guess, the halfpenny, I guess, probably be at least the one that I'm able to get a date off of to know.
Right.
Like you said, most of the coppers I have are so wiped out. It's like, man,
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
too. I can't get dates out.
they're all rough, really rough.
And I'm looking at some of the comments. It's like Stan's lad is
Yeah.
315 BC,
I
Philip
know.
II.
Oh my god.
And then Dirt Digger UK Scott, he's going no comment. Because they're all in the UK pulling these 1,000-year-old coins.
That's crazy.
I wasn't gonna go there, but I did.
I know. You have to understand how excited it is for us to find something that old over here.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's really exciting to go over there and find it too. But those guys find it more often, so it's not as exhilarating, I guess, like it is for us when we go there. Same thing like when us Midwesterners come to the East Coast and find those coppers and got a chance of finding reals and stuff that we don't find here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Pretty fun. Location.
It's true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Trying to think. What else? What else is going on with you, Andy, that you want to let everybody know about? You still love doing your videos, and your videos are catching fire right now. You've gained a ton of subscribers in the last month.
Right.
And I'll tell you get a lot of watch hours, but the quality of your videos, honestly, they are up there with just about everybody. Seriously, I'm not just saying that.
Appreciate it. No, I mean, I just want to keep cranking them out, and if I can get good spots, I just always keep in mind why I do this, and that's to find the stuff, not to get like everybody's trying to get famous or something. That's not me. A lot of people have been helping me out with the live streams. Nancy's been really awesome with that. The only reason I kind of wanted to do the live streams, like once we do get dumped on with snow and stuff, it helps me out. And like all these people you talk to in all these streams, like you say, hey, we dig it, or Brian Higgles, or you know these people, but you never saw those people. You never related to them. I don't even know their real names. You know what I mean? So this is kind of a way for me to get into the live streams, like I did last night, to meet people like I'm meeting you there, or Dave up there. You know what I mean? It's just fun to get out and just to meet new people.
So have you thought of a schedule for when you're going to do your live streams?
Sundays seem to be a good day. I don't know if I'll do it every Sunday. I mean, if I have time, or if my wife's working, or you know what I mean?
Right.
It'll be hit or miss. You know what I mean? It's not something I'm going to be doing every Sunday, because it's just, you get burned out. I know Nancy, she did so many, and I don't want to get burned out from doing it. It's just not going to be me. So, but yeah, just have fun with it. I can tell you this, since you asked me about it. I want to do just like, not, oh, my chair just dropped down. Like just different themes. Like I did one yesterday, and I did sunglasses at night. Like it was funny because my lights in front of me are off right now, but they were super bright, and I had a pair of sunglasses. And I put them on, and I was like, and I put like a city background on just to be goofy. And I was like, yeah, I'll just play with that, and I went with it. And I had people come on, and anybody that wore glasses on, I sent them stickers. So I said, if you came in as a guest wearing goofy glasses, I'll send you some stickers. So people that
It
came in,
was, that was like your real first live was last night, because you did that test live like a week ago.
Yeah, right.
And last night you had a fun stream. You had over 30 plus people there. People were coming in and on. It was great. I like the idea. You had that little sunglass theme, which was fun. If I knew about that, I would have found some. But yeah, it was a great time. And that's the best way to meet your community, is by actually just sitting here, hanging out with them and talking. I mean, that's why all of us here love being part of the live streams, because we get to share and be right with you guys. It's like we're sitting at the kitchen table all hanging out, talking.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you can just do your own thing, and that's kind of what I'm just kind of winging it. And like I have some themes in my head, like not like I'm gonna have like a theme all the time, but like so we were talking about like ugly sweaters, like people wear, you know what I mean? Just stupid stuff. I don't know, whatever.
That's what's cool about it. You can do whatever you want and just have fun and get to meet awesome people. That's what it's all about,
Right.
Yeah, so that's how I think that I'm going to continue with my metal detecting channel, Dinger51, which is what I subscribed to you on before. I think what I'm going to do is just use the live stream to sort of just say, hey, everybody, this is what we did this week, and just share the videos instead of having to put it together, in a more cinematic way. Not that there is anything wrong with it, but I kind of like the interaction of the chat and having people kind of see it. But I have so much footage that's stored on the computer, on my phone, that I got to get it out, because I keep videoing like I'm going to put out a video, and I just haven't done it. So
I know that feeling, trust me. And then you have all this video. I've got over 2 years worth of footage that nobody's ever seen of good finds. You guys have seen my crap finds that I have, but of good finds that I have, and I feel like I can't put them out now. It's kind of like I'll just wait till I find something else. But that was just end up
now.
That sounds familiar.
And
That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. We all do it. We all like, oh, I can't show that footage now. And it's like, I mean, it was funny. It was like Joe from the Copperheads. He, on Facebook, he put out another video or something, or he hit something, a memory video, but it was him digging live at that time. And everybody thought he was live. So everyone was like jumping on this video that's over a year old.
yeah, and he tagged me in it. And I'm like,
I know.
wait, am I there?
So I realized what was happening. So I started talking to people, and all these people are talking on a video that's already a year old.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I thought he was live.
It was funny, though.
Randy wants you to put him out there, Nancy.
I know. I need to, guys. I really need to.
Well, wintertime is the best time to do it, I guess.
True.
Make stills. So digging with Squeak, make stills, and do a year-end wrap-up.
That's a cute idea.
That's
I
a
like
good
that.
suggestion.
I mean, I did more bottle digging this year. I've got a lot of videos for bottle digging. I mean, I was digging with my daughter, and yeah, that's it. Nancy, the lost footage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of fun. I do that every year. I do like a year-end highlight type thing. It's not always videos. I just do sometimes a slideshow of pictures, and it's a lot
Thanks,
of fun.
guys.
They're cool when you do them too, Audra. It's like, man, she had a blast that year. That's cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, you know.
Fun.
I've got a bunch of footage and photos too that from 7-8 years ago that no one's ever seen.
I would
You
love
should
to
do
see it.
Plus, it brings back all the good memories with everybody. It's just a lot of fun. Everybody should do it.
I still think one of my favorite memories is when Dave found the trime. I love that video of Dave. His hand was shaking.
Our
And
hands were shaking.
Jody's like getting in there at the picture. That was one of my favorite videos, guys.
It's good times.
Yep, it is.
That
It
was
is.
a
It
good
is.
day.
Andy, you ever find anything that makes your hand shake?
It'll probably be my Real if I find it. Just because I haven't found one. It's not like it's the most crazy finds. It's something. I found a cannonball. That was pretty cool from the Civil War. Breastplate.
Pretty
And
cool.
I found a breastplate. And
Wow,
I found
great.
a belt buckle as well from the Civil War. So those were pretty crazy finds for me.
A little adrenaline rush.
Yeah, thinking that stuff's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
So Nancy shared the link to Lost Boys Recovery, and this isn't because you're on Andy. If you want to see some really cool, honest to goodness metal detecting videos, check out Andy. He does a great job. Subscribe to him. I'll just throw out a whole bunch of plugs for you. It's just listen, we're all in this community together. We're all just trying to have fun and survive all of the crap going on in the world. And you know, if you metal detect or magnet fish or bottle dig, and you know, that's just what we're trying to do. So go ahead and subscribe to him, and you'll be very happy you did. I know there's a ton of channels out there, but Andy, you really do a great job, as I've said before. So
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're coming up on the 8 o'clock hour. We are still going to have an after party for everybody that is in the chat. Nancy's going to share that link. Not now, Nancy.
I know. Let's show everybody what an after party looks like.
I know. And I don't know if Andy, you can stay around a little bit and chit chat with everybody. Yeah. And it'd be nice. You could come and meet Andy and ask him your questions if you want. But all right. Anything else to talk about tonight at all?
I have a question. Andy, do you have any merch available? I mean, I know I have a Lost Boy shirt, but I wore it this weekend, so.
So I made hats. I made hats, beanies, shirts, all kinds of stuff, but I never really made it for like to sell. Like it was for me. Like I mean, I've got one on now, just for me to go out and kind of represent myself. I did make a bunch of shirts, and I do have shirts. I mean, I'd be willing to sell some shirts, you know, if anybody wants one. Just hit me up on Facebook or something like that. But yeah, I didn't really do it to sell them, you know, and I just made them to wear.
So, maybe it's time to set up a store.
Right.
I was going to say it's time to set up a store. Your channel is booming. It's grown quickly. You hit 1K within a year. So I think it's time that the Lost Boy Recovery shirts come out.
Right.
I don't have one yet, so I want to buy one.
Okay. I'll hook you up.
So I have a question. Where'd you come up with the name Lost Boys Recovery? How'd that kind of start?
All right, well, I'll give you that whole deal. So my buddy's name's Nate. Okay, and like you grow up, and I told the story a million times, so I'll just tell you guys. You grow up and you lose connection. Like your friend gets married, they have kids. You know what I mean? You used to party together, and you guys were hanging your bros, and then just nothing. Okay, so I had a party in my house, and we had 3 hammocks and a triangle. we were sitting on the hammock sideways, swinging our feet. We dug up an old pair of keys. And we started getting together through metal detecting. Is a long story short. When we were like kind of lost boys, we were like lost brothers that were hanging out, and we were really good friends. And we started getting together like on Mondays to detect. It was just like, man, we got back together. And I just came up with the name Lost Boys, and then each thing has an O, and every O is a coil, which it turned out really cool with like a treasure lettering that I found. It's real basic, it doesn't have anything, no bells or whistles, but I mean, it gets the point across. If you detect, what those coils are, and
You get it.
you know what I mean.
You get it.
Cool story too. I
Yeah,
love it.
perfect.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, people ask me if I saw the movie, and I've never seen that movie. I bought it on DVD, and I knew somebody was going to ask me probably soon, but I have not, and I plan on watching it.
That was Jordy. He was ready to ask.
I absolutely was, and I won't tell you what happens in the movie. I won't ruin it for
Okay.
you. But it's a pretty cool movie. You might,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe there's some fangs in your future.
The one YouTube video I had, I actually at the very end of the video, I put a clip in from the movie. I'll put in like weird sound clips sometimes, but you can't do too much or YouTube will snag it up. But like I'll throw in weird stuff in my videos. Like if you're just listening, like and you just like randomly, you'll just hear some weird stuff. But that's another thing. I like one of my trademarks. I like to do weird stuff like that. Actually, in the one thumbnail, I put a background of kind of like the Lost Boys movie. Like there's a carnival ride and it has a guy in it, and I put my head on it instead of his. So, yeah, I don't know. I mess around with the thumbnails a lot just to kind of. Sometimes I think I make them too in depth, but I have a lot of fun making those. That's one of the things I really like.
What program or application do you use? I use Canva. What do you use?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. There's so much you can do with that app. It's crazy. I don't even know half of it. I just keep it basic. I mean,
Yeah.
It's nuts. Good app.
It is. It's a real good app.
It's the only thing. I mean, if you're looking through them, scanning through thumbnails, I mean, you got to stand out. I mean that, and I didn't really notice a huge improvement in video until I noticed that I started changing my thumbnails for like a good image or something that catches your eye. Or, I don't put in there like the cops were called and dead bodies were found, and some of these people do the clickbait stuff. It's like I don't know. But whether that crap happened or not, I don't. I just make them related to my video.
Well, you're doing something right. Keep doing it.
It's working.
It really is.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, everybody, you made it an hour. So that was great. It was nice to get to know you. It was nice to learn a lot about you. And if you ever want to just get together with Andy, reach out to him. If you're in the Pennsylvania area, look at that. I'm plugging you away. I'm getting you some permissions just like that. Well, how do you get your permissions? That's a question we ask everybody. Is there something that you do that's special, or you just cold call people?
I don't really door knock. That's one thing I think if I would do it, I would probably do really well with it because I'm outgoing. I'm not scared to talk to people. It's not me to be like that. But like I said, I work on ATVs and side by sides. A lot of those people have farms, and they got buku acres of farms, and they're like, man, I got my side by side, and you know what I mean. And they got this farm, and I'm like, hey, how old's that farm? And they're like, oh, it's the 1800s. I'm like, oh, yeah. And I work on their stuff, you know what I mean? And then we start to talk, and then I throw it out there, and they're like, yeah, that's cool, man. Tear it up. All right.
Andy also has a cool business card and flyers. They're really nice. He shared them with me before, and they're really nice. They're spot on.
Yeah, my buddy ended up doing them. He did a really good job with those. They turned out good. And that's another thing. Like, I know we're running out of time, but like to go, like if you did door knock, to have a nice flyer of like some of your finds, to hand them something they can hold. It has a scan thing on the bottom. So like if they have a smartphone, they just scan it, takes them right to our page. It tells a little bit of information, like when I walk away and they're like, well, we'll think about it. And they check it out. And they're like, yeah, that is pretty cool. Maybe I should call those dudes and have them scan my yard. You know what I mean? I think it helps. I don't do it enough. I should do it more, but yeah.
I need to see that.
I want to see it.
I don't have one on me, but yeah, I can show you sometime if you hit me up what they look like.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Thank you so much, Andy, for joining us. I really appreciate you being here with us.
Yeah.
It was great, and I wish you the best of luck and good luck on your Real find that I know you're going to find here very shortly. Put it out
Right.
in the universe.
Waiting for you.
And maybe it will happen. You never know. Thanks to Dave and Tim and Audra and Nancy. Thank you so much for being here again. And we'll be back with you guys January 3rd. And our friend, do we know Audra? Is that a for sure?
Yes, it's a yes.
You can announce it. Go ahead. Tell everybody.
We are going to have our special guest of Bobby Buddha Pastor next 2 weeks.
Yeah, January
2 weeks.
3rd. January 3rd. And Nancy, what about you? Are you
I am on next Monday, December 27th, and it's probably, as we've been talking, and it's probably going to go more towards the end of a year recap. Maybe I'll show you some of my finds since I can't do a video.
Do it.
We'll see.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And Andy, when's your next live stream? When are you going to do it?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to shoot for Sunday, so we'll see what happens. I have some stuff in my mind working here, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to shoot for Sundays.
All right, Tim, you putting out YouTube videos? What's the decision?
If I ever get a chance to go out and do some metal detecting with some worthwhile finds, then I might.
Dave, what's the score of the Browns game?
It was 14-13, but I don't know right this second.
Gee, what gave it away that he was watching it?
All right, everybody. So if you celebrate Christmas, have a wonderful, amazing Merry Christmas. Have a great, amazing New Year's, because we won't be on until after the New Year. And let's all pray for some 2022 better years, right? So, all right,
Coming.
I'm gonna lead us out here. If you wanna post that in the chat, I'll run the outro here. And
All right.
thanks everybody. See ya.
After party
Bye.
link.
2021.
Click on the link. Join
See you
us. Merry
tomorrow on
Christmas,
Thursday.
everybody.